Everybody, welcome to True Integrity Talks Podcast. You're here with Devin. This is episode 5. This is True Winners. This is episode True Winners. Today I'm just gonna give you a review of the playoffs and my predictions and how wrong I was, and basically give you the up and coming teams who I think is gonna be who gonna win it or be in there next year. Tune in. I'm being very short, so tune in. They here. They winning again. They back on the map. They talking too much trash, but they back on the map. I had them to win. I had the Grizzlies to win. And so basically, let's start from the first round. All the winners from the first round was basically predictable. Second round, I had the Grizzlies coming out, beating I had them beating the Phoenix Suns, man, but they couldn't get past the Warriors. But also, this what happened. Ja Morant got hurt. To me, it should have been Memphis and the Celtics. But as y'all know, things happen, bro. Things happen. If it wasn't for Ja Morant injury, I think that's what we saw. And I think the Grizzlies probably would have came out with it. I love the Warriors, as y'all know, probably in our past podcasts. But like Miami had a good chance of winning it. A lot of people thought they was gonna win. Milwaukee, they would have been in there, I think, if it had not been for Chris Middleton. They had a good fight. But I ain't never think the Celtics. I didn't think the 76ers was gonna do anything. It was just a bunch of hype. You get what I'm saying? I think that was gonna, really push over. Harden wasn't ready. They just came together in January. That one will come over. So I didn't think they was gonna, kind of go through that. I was hoping that the Hornets was gonna be there. But they're not ready yet. They got one more year. As you can see, they needed a coach. He wasn't the coach they had. Wasn't really ready, or Jordan just didn't believe in him. So, but it wasn't really no upsets. But I think Memphis. I think that's what I think. Memphis is the only upset. I think that if it had not been for Ja Morant losing, I don't think Golden State would have got out of there. The reason why I say that because I think Klay Thompson. He showed up in the finals one game or two, but he just had came back from an injury. Poole wasn't playoff. He had no playoff experience. I didn't believe in him. I didn't believe it was stupid. They proved everybody stupid. You know what I mean? Or just everybody just didn't know what they was talking about. Apparently, Draymond Green talking too much trash, too much cash. I get it. You win. You want to talk cash and all that stuff, but. No, you can pipe all that junk down and take it like win. I like you've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that the Nets. I don't understand why the Nets couldn't come. The Celtics kicked they behind, but I don't know why Kevin Durant couldn't get past the Celtics. I don't get that. I didn't get it, but I know the Celtics was like one of the most strongest teams. That's why I had them coming out the East after the second round. And I had the Grizzlies coming out the East. The Grizzlies are so strong. Both of them were just strong, man. Like, crazy strong. Like, they had everything. Both of the teams had everything. Passing, three-point shooting, defense, strong defense. They could get up and down. They had everything, so I thought, until they ran up against Golden State Warriors. And then I knew the Phoenix Suns wasn't going to get past. I had the Grizzlies beating the Suns. But I didn't think he was gonna get. But I forgot about Luka. How great Luka was. Luka showed Chris Paul that he can't do nothing against him. Can't do nothing against him, man, for real. So basically, I'm just giving you a preview of what I think about the playoffs and how wrong I was and my predictions was. I had before the playoffs started, I had Milwaukee coming out the East. I didn't know who's gonna come out the West. Outside of then when the playoffs started, I saw how, and I really got to know Memphis I saw how strong they were, and I fell into that the hoopla of them. They let me down because they was winning. A lot of people don't know this. I mean, a lot of people don't really take this consideration. They were winning without Ja Morant. And I know you need a superstar, you need a star to win championships, and Desmond Bane ain't that yet. Now he may be there next year, and the Grizzlies. That's one thing that the Grizzlies didn't have against them. They didn't have playoff experience, and they ran against a team that had playoff experience, and they showed them how to play basketball. So I think the Grizzlies and the Celtics are going to be way better, short of these general managers making stupid mistakes in the summer. You know, as far as the offseason, making stupid trades, or making stupid signings, or drafting the wrong person. They just throw the whole system off, or just try to put them on a short-term growth situation. Like I said, Milwaukee, I had them going. They were strong too. I didn't see no flaws in them. I thought they were going to, until they got injured. Excuse me, they was getting injured through the season. And so that's my previews of the playoffs. I think that I'm gonna preview the finals. So the finals, I kind of knew it was gonna go back and forth, but I actually had the Celtics winning in 5. I can tell you it was a stupid mistake. I didn't believe in the Celtics. I had them because like I said, how strong the Celtics was. But again, like I said, I had the Milwaukee coming out the East until Middleton got hurt. That threw a wrench in everything, you know. And then the Nets, I had the Nets. I didn't really believe in the Nets like that because of if Ben Simmons didn't come back, then they had nobody to facilitate the ball. They need somebody to facilitate to Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. You can't have 2 ball hogs just going up there shoot. That's the way OKC was. You know what I'm saying? It worked a little bit because James Harden was there, and both teams. It worked a little bit, but it wasn't true. It wasn't going to get over the hump. You still need passing, you still need defense, you still need 3-point shooting, you still need great scoring, you still need 2 or 3 leading scorers in the game. You need all those aspects to win a championship. You need heart, you need playoff experience. Without all that, you can't win. That's why I had Poole. That's why I had Golden State. Another reason why I had Golden State losing, because they had a hurt 3rd star or 2nd star in Klay. And then you had Poole, who didn't have no experience. And then they started to really believe in Kuminga. Kuminga wasn't there yet. I'm glad he set out. He got a chance to sit back and learn. He played a few games, but he wasn't really a difference maker. Wiggins, he didn't have really have true playoff experience. You get what I'm saying? So that I didn't really believe that it was all. Like I said, I believe that Wiggins wasn't going to be able to be who he was. And I also believe that Golden State wasn't going to let him be who he is. My only knock against Golden State before now, they should have let Wiggins beat him from the beginning. I'm not saying he's the reason why they won, but it was a collaboration of all of them coming together at different games, different points in the games. Celtics they wasn't ready. They're not ready. You know, Tatum he's not ready, apparently. He's not ready. The Mavericks are coming. They need to give Luka. I was very surprised how good the Mavericks were. But I shouldn't have been, because the Celtics and the Mavericks were the top 2 or top 3 defenses of the NBA. Yeah, defenses win the championship, but you still need scoring. And I think they had enough scoring to go. To win it, to go all, to go to the Western Conference Finals. Nobody thought that. Everybody thought it was going to be Phoenix and Phoenix and the Grizzlies. And I had the Grizzlies beating the Phoenix because I didn't think Chris Paul could keep up with Ja Morant. He was just going to be too great for them. But like I said, and Ja Morant, I don't know if y'all saw a post that Ja Morant said, if I never would have got hurt, we would have won it. That could be, but then could have been. But then you're going against the Celtics, who the coach won the championship before. He has championship pedigree. Udoka, he had he has championship experience. If it wasn't for Golden State, if Golden State had not been in a way, if the Celtics have not played Golden State, I think the Celtics would have would have won the championship against the Grizzlies, or the Mavericks. It was like I tell you, it was the Celtics to win, but they just went against championship mentality. These boys been there, done that, did it over again, continue to do it. You can't teach them nothing. They know. One thing about it, they had 3 young guys that's on their way up, Kuminga, Wiggins, and Poole, that didn't have playoff experience. That's what I was worried about. They didn't. And then Poole, you saw Poole. Poole didn't show up. He showed up in the finals, but he didn't show up in the second round and third round. I think he might have had a game or two in those 2 rounds. And the first round, he took over. The Nuggets didn't know what to do with him. You know what I'm saying? The finals, he was able to show up because it was just too much. You had Wiggins had to show up. Even Porter. Who would have thought Porter? Porter was on a broke heart knee. Yeah, he showed up in the playoffs, but Porter showed up. You know what I'm saying? So like, nobody is really expecting Golden State to win the championship. That's what I'm trying to think about other teams that I'm trying to think other series that was good. That Minnesota and that Grizzlies, even though I'm going back, that Grizzlies and Minnesota series was very, very, very nice, very good, very competitive. I think Minnesota with that coach, that coach is gonna be nice. That coach is gonna be nice. The team gonna be nice. They keep Patrick Beverly to get rid of some of them unknown or grow some of them unknown bench players. Either grow them up or trade them away, and then maybe go get Lou Williams. Go get Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. If Minnesota would have got those two guys, I think they really just need to reshape their bench, like I said. That's not what I'm going to say about that. And I forgot to say this earlier, Chicago, they would have been, there's 3 teams I'm going to say. Chicago, Clippers, and Denver Nuggets. I've said this in the other playoffs. In the other podcasts. Those were 3 teams. Well, not as much as Clippers and the Denver Nuggets, but Chicago would have basically. I don't know if they'd be. Yeah, it would be New Jersey. I would say they'd beat New Jersey. It would be New Jersey. Because Lonzo Ball would have got hurt, and Caruso never got hurt. If y'all remember, them boys was balling at the beginning of the season. They was trying to refer them to the Lakers Showtime because the way everybody was passing the ball, nobody cared about score. Nobody cared about who got the ball more. You get what I'm saying? That ball was moving. Because Lonzo was initiated, or then they also just imagine when they would have put Kobe White with that team. All 3 of those point guards, Io. Nobody cared about scoring. Somebody had to score, but they knew the main scorers were going to be Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Nobody cared. And then at first it wasn't really like Vucevic. He came on at the end of the season. Like in the middle of the season. So I think that team would have been a stronger team if it had not been for Lonzo Ball being hurt and all those other guys. Half of their team was hurt by the end of the season. They were balling. So anyway, Denver Nuggets. I said this in the last podcast. I think they would have changed the landscape a lot. They would have had all their guys. Just think about how great they played without. I'm not saying they were number 2 or 3 team in the league, but this how strong they were and how great they played in the season without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Just see how strong they were. Think about it, if they would have got those guys would have came out by the no, they wouldn't have been ready by the playoffs. Think about when they had them all season. They all would have been able to gel. They would have got their guys a little earlier in the season. They would have came back. And Clippers, just imagine if they would have had Paul George. The way they were playing like championship basketball. They would have had without Patrick Beverly. They would have had Paul George and Kawhi. I would say I would have had Denver, Grizzlies, Clippers, and Phoenix, Grizzlies, Denver, and Clippers. Lakers and Golden State, I didn't really have belief in them. I wanted them to win. I wanted them to be in the Western Conference Finals. They wasn't, they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? The defense and the offense and the way they came together. I'm talking about the Clippers. When they came together, like the way they could have came together with Paul George and Kawhi. They had Norman Powell, and they had in the season they got Norman Powell and Robert Covington. Just imagine all that nucleus with that guy. I mean, of course, the ball would have been going to Paul George and Kawhi more. All the boys would have been getting the ball like they were like this season. I think that's what made. But see, in actuality, I think that Tyronn Lue was show. That's where he showed his coaching ability was, because he showed how strong of a coach he really was by just getting these guys to come together. A bunch of random guys, like half of them was the Pistons. They had them all come together and basically compete to try to basically. If they didn't run into the team they ran into, they probably would have made it to the second round. I think they made it to the playoffs. They would have made it to the second round. So that's it for me on the playoffs. Tune in next time. Hope you learned a little bit basically learned a little bit about something, but hope you enjoyed it. I'm still in the beginning, so just keep tuning in as we go. Content gonna get better, verbiage is gonna get better, show is gonna get better. Background, the cameraman doing a great job, by the way. It's me, but it's yeah. So just continue to tune in. You know, if you got any tips, you got any questions, you got any suggestions, you got any criticism, put them on Facebook. On YouTube Messenger, or you can go to Twitter, True Talks 24, at True Talks 24 on YouTube. On Twitter. All right, till next time. See you later.